Okay, so we're walking around. We have found. Oh, there it is. The structure is here, and we have found this some kind of underground old facility, and they want us to go investigate it. So who am I to say no? That looks like our doors, by the way. Because obviously we did not build this. Question is, who did? Well, that looks a lot nicer. This looks like a power generator that has been working for way too long.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Is this another human creating facility? No, this is a puzzle. Use palm reader connecting. The hell? Talos Principle 2A. Name on the universe. Author Straton of Strategia. Location Har1 on the universe. A fragment from Stratons on the universe. Amnitis. I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos, and cannot escape his material nature, and despite the claims of metaphysics. For, as you have many times said, Nicomachetus, too many perhaps, Stratton. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. Amenities. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? Stratton, that is the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature, and if so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes 4. The use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heracleon manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Then we have Noema Project 1. Insufficient power grid is too unstable. Schematics, download those. Schematics 5358. Send them.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Return to the station. And then some of it is, one of these is disabled. Right, that's on, it's going. The red one is going. The blue and red makes green. Blue and green and the red. So the third color pops out. Thing is, I can't really interact with anything here. Okay. Station is over here somewhere. There's so many different buildings here, man. Another like structure. I think it's just a statue though. Yeah, nothing really going on here. And then we have another weird ass door.
Golden gates.
Yeah.
I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
Well, I can't open it right now, but it's something. So are we gonna fix the transport station, which is this right here? Oh, okay. Are we heading back? Oh no, the purple stuff is here. Prometheus. Create a structure. The 3 colors, maybe.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Or you wanna catch the thing? Okay. Oh wow. Yep, that's the transporter. Board the capsule. Is that safe? Alcatraz?
Go ahead and try the capsule, 1K.
Yeah, why not?
I'm connecting the transport
Loading
system
data.
to our interface. Hold on.
Grasslands Ring, an artificial ring-like structure on the wide lowlands east of our base camp. Okay, that's the only way we can go. Travel to East 1. There's 2 stars, a lost lab, a gold puzzle, 2 lost puzzles, and 8 main puzzles here. Travel to East 1.
Where's
Yo.
the capsule taking 1K?
Nobody knows.
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put
How
all
do
the
you
information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Okay, am I going into sleep mode? Or is it just fast enough? Yo! Kinda sick with it. Roll this area.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
It's for something, that's all we know. Okay, is there a map here? No. I mean, there is so much to do here. It's crazy. And the problem is a lot of it is going to be irrelevant. Like just area for area's sake. Like these little statue stuff. Okay, we have actual puzzles. 1, 2. Okay, we'll start with puzzle 1. RGB shifting.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring
RGB
nightmare just like this.
That device was not in the simulation.
Yeah, this is new. So we could just grab blue. So it needs to combine. Oh, okay, we saw the. Yeah. Okay, I understand how this works. Okay, so that's blue. So we take the colors which are not blue, and it becomes blue. Okay, we saw it when we went there. Now this we know about. We take colors not red, it becomes red. And then we take the colors which are not green, it becomes green. Okay. Nice little owls and stuff.
Whoa! I'm reading
hell?
an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that-
headed for the lake.
So that activated one out of all of them.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
So we are releasing these clouds. They're heading off and being combined into something. A reconnection. So we got an RGB converter. Give me green and blue, that gives me red. Okay, so we need two other colors now. So here's what we do. We take red and we take blue to make green. Right, and then we already have blue and green, that makes another red. Smart. I'm smart. I know. What are these things called? So progress view. Then there comes another one of these goodies. New interface content available. Okay, it got scanned. Okay, and it's going inside of that thing, turn it on. Okay. What's 1K like? Hey, I'm curious, has anyone actually met 1K? A lot of people. It's grown into 11. By the founder's pistons. I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep the city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pergino fixes. Hey, great, Pergino is bad. Remember when you fixed a door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trap one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. Week, huh? I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we just keep growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this and we wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's really interested in history, which is an excellent start. Some of you could learn a thing or two from his attitude. I don't really know who I want to be deciding. I want to explore. I don't see a contradiction between engineering and art. I'm sure the founder's intent will reveal itself in time. I will find my own path. I don't see a contradiction between engineering and art, I guess. Engineering is kind of like an art. There you go. You're right, of course. It's a false dichotomy. There's no need to feel pressurized, 1K. I was just curious. But without power and resources, there's no art. Just saying. Okay. Well. Okay, so this door is now open. It was closed. Solve puzzles.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this? A theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation.
Yep.
Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Let us indeed. New interface content is now available. Okay. Yakult, bridge ring, a device that builds a Retanamo bridge. Not sure what to call this. Bridge ring, bridge machine. Anyway, it's a device that takes particle clouds released by the puzzles and turns them into bridges made out of Retanamos. Correctly assembling a puzzle out of 8 particle clouds is required to reach the tower, so clearly another layer of puzzles. The simulation had Retanamo puzzles too, although in a different form. Could their presence here be symbolic? I don't have a clue. Okay, and then like 1, 2 is done. 3, 4 is this way along with 2 triangles. Triangles are lost puzzles. There's also a gate and the door. Interesting. Yeah, I thought maybe there's a lost puzzle over there. But no, it's not gonna be that easy. Three is over there. Three, 4, 5, 6. It's truly a beautiful world. Castling. Prometheus terminal. You gotta go red, you gotta go blue. We have red. Yeah, now we have green too. Okay, that's simple enough. Now we need red, so we need both colors other than red. What are you talking about? Yeah, it won't work. Okay. But we are going to need... We're gonna need green and red. Or maybe just turn you around. Oh, but... Okay, and then maybe I don't need to send it. Now you have to be there. Maybe red through red doesn't stop? Nope, it does. Interesting. Could be perhaps... No. If we can put something on top, another thing has to be like a proper box. Ah! Beautiful. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, hit the progress wheel.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Refreshing interface. Notes on the puzzles present on the island. It seems that each of the structures on the island, with the exception of the megastructure itself, is surrounded by a cluster of puzzles, so not around the megastructure. Okay, surrounded by a cluster of puzzles resembling those found in the simulation, and in our booting sequence, completing a puzzle releases a particle cloud, which then automatically flies into the device that assembles Stratonymous. The puzzles even come with titles, hijacking the vestigial code designed to display puzzle names in the simulation. It's unclear whether this represents a potential security issue, but the matter should be given consideration. So next up is 4, they've been telling me.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Okay. Interesting. We don't know how old these structures are. Hey, dude. He's cool. Okay, so 4 is up ahead. They're saying these 2 are back. Maybe they are that way? 4's right there. Use palm reader. Where do you take me? Oh, it's these are terminals. Okay. I need to save 6 seconds ago. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Okay, let us actually read this stuff, because there's stuff in here. There's Founding 1, there's a baby steps, there's Dead City. Founding 1, Hypatia's Journal number 1, from Hypatia, of course. Vala External 2. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, the founding of New Jerusalem. Wait a minute, what? This is our city, so obviously someone who wrote this was here. Day 1, we finally set out from the dam today, the site that Athena and Cornelius, so it's not, okay, I guess it is Hypatia. So yeah, okay, so the founders came here to build this dam. It's pretty clear, I think. We finally set out from the dam today, the site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough thanks to Alexandra Denon's instructions, but while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, but then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we bought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Right, baby steps. From Valerie Conantria Romero. Okay. From the introduction to Are We There Yet? Where We Came From, Where We Are Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point to the last few hundred or thousand years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we have made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it, it is ugly and messy, but the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point, that this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly, admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads and they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains, and then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's the development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we are barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just a prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, you haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change. So wait, was this written by a dang human? this is Valerie Contera. Okay, it's a different person. This was written before the end. Vala Exit. So this is the same console but different thing. Dead City. From Elvin. Vala Exit 2. From Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elvin 258. Okay, this guy has a number. I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideals of Alexandra Denon, but walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction, entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine. But I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Okay, it's interesting that this is here. What the hell? Hello, Yakut.
1K, what's up?
What's up? Tell me about yourself.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles.
Bottles?
I think that's it.
Why did you become a scavenger?
I've always loved exploration. Seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not the same as just reading about it.
I think true change only comes through introspection. Discovering the world enriches our lives. I think introspection is important.
But you don't know what's out there. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. How can you attain any wisdom if all you know is yourself? The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we limit ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
I suppose. I'll think about that. Yeah.
Who knows? I could be wrong. It's just how I feel.
Alright, tell me about Bruce.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath, loves sticking his head into things, chews cables, pees on electrical stuff. Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment.
Okay, why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long.
That's true.
Plus, they're kind of pretty.
Well, do you want to solve some of these puzzles?
Oh no, please. No puzzles. I am so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
Well, what's the furthest you've been from New Jerusalem? You are an
It
explorer.
might be this.
No.
Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Great. Have you seen anything like the megastructure in your travels? Yeah.
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
Well, that's all. That is all, Yakut. Well, there are some lost puzzles I still need to find. 8 is that way. Lost puzzles are that way, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, this is number 4. Alternative option. Okay. That switches on the fan. The fan will get us over the thing so we can see. Okay. Okay, so you know what that means. you off. You are there. Really? Come on. I can't connect it. Thing is, I know what I must do. Oh, keep connections. We can do it. Okay, that's what I had to learn. That we can keep connections. There's an alternative option. Okay, number 4. Done. Private message. Dodge, permission to share your personal data. What? 1K, we met in New Jerusalem if you remember. I spoke to my friends. This whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. They have some questions for you before I make any introductions. Do you consent to my gathering and sharing your personal data? What am I signing up to? So assurance you're the right kind of person. If you want to know what's really going on, you have to play along. You can back out at any time, but if you don't engage with the process, then well, you won't get to engage with the process at all. It's up to you. Gathering and sharing your personal data. Dodge. What if by consenting I miss out on something else? I'll give you some advice, newbie. When your choices matter in this world, you'll know about it. It's somehow built in. When you face a dilemma and both options look good, then for sure you'll miss out on something. But trust your gut and you can't go wrong. Right now, this right now is not one of those dilemmas. You should come along with this side. That's my advice. I consent, sure. Good choice. There's 6 questions. Standard vetting procedure. We'll get the best results if you answer in whatever way is most true to you. Question 1. What is more important for making good decisions, compassion or knowledge? Knowledge. Knowledge is most important. Thank you. Question 2. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? Lying can be okay. I see my friends will be most interested in this particular answer. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? Yes. Bad behavior deserves to be punished. Phew, that one's controversial. I'm glad it's not me that has to answer these. Question 4. Now it gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever know? The universe is reducible to universal basic laws. And I believe so. They're just very, very complex. Well, I'm glad you understood that question because it's all Greek to me. Question 5. Can things really change for the better, for good? Or do good times and bad just come around in cycles? Human progress shows things can get better and stay that way. Yeah. Got it. I don't know if that one was metaphysics or politics, but it's good for you for giving it a shot. Final question. Which is more important to the success of civilization? To respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules for our future? We should not disregard the wisdom which has brought us here. Thank you. We're all done here. Oh, hold on. I've got one last minute addition. It's a weird one. I know who this one came from. Alright, question 7. Can praying for something make it more likely to come true? No, prayer has no effect on the world. Okay, noted. I think that's everything I need. I'll forward your answers to my friends and let you know if any of them is interested in taking things further. What an incredible structure. There's an ambition expressed by this building. A sense of purpose that I find really admirable. It's big, but it's also intricate, detailed. This feels like a statement. We should explore this building as soon as possible. That's what I'm trying to do. What is the Prometheus terminal? The fire has already been freed. Seek the light elsewhere. Okay, I see. So we could redo it that way. They want me to go this way now. What is over here though? The hell is this? Holograms of the Thinker?
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver,
Ichor, right?
and others assert
Yeah.
was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man,
Can man
and
also be a
act as a
machine?
man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Interesting. So I don't know what that was, but it was interesting. There's so much land here, man. Look at all these structures and these like weird little statues and whatnot. This place is like, it's huge, but I don't see why it is huge. What is this? A little storage area. Another one of those generators. And then we come back and look at, we're back in the modern area.
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Yeah, it is. Is it a map of the area? I would love that.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
Yeah. They usually help out. Like, what is this supposed to be? Oh, it create portals. That's interesting. 4.2 kilo year event, first companions and no mana project 2. 4.2 kilo year, the 4.2 thousand years kilo year ardification event from BT or Ordhiambo's Anthropocene dilemmas. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed, the crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. The most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.2 kilo year aridification event, or it's aridification, the beginning of the Meghalian era, age, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climactic optimums are temporary, extinction is the norm. The Acadians, like the more egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rain stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we are on the brink of having that understanding and those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? One such drought, completely natrogenic, would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem for good. Error 5358. So the other people have been here. They're talking about New Jerusalem. First companions. Author is error. From the first companions, from we don't know. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were two more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Assanis and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the Red City and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Eustathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 that were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are their names: Stenius, Cornelius, Aurora's son, Sarabai, Byron, Melemphis, Yemo, Hypatia, Nema, Verona, and Lifthusar. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Failed to load profile, failed to load comment. 90% true and 10% false, create something else, huh? From Vala 1. And Omea project from Vala 1. Progress notes. Trials 7 to 21. Basecamp established. Version 0.2 successfully deployed. Tested code functionality, so far so good. Version 3 successfully deployed. Better cooling system necessary. Unknown error in calculations. Okay. Significant server. This was built by our people, I'm guessing. Right? Like this is old, obviously. This was built by humans. But we are the ones who added the finishing touches. Why does this guy have purple?
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
That's what I'm going to find out. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Could be a puzzle. Seems to be pointing there though. Can't really find myself going there without doing a lot of other stuff, but for now let us go back. There are many paths to explore. A lot of stuff to do. For example, what are you? You are a hidden one. Elevation.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving.
That's even worse. Yeah, cool. Lost puzzles. Some puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. They're lost puzzles. Some of the puzzles seem to be disconnected from the rest. They are still functional and can be used to power the bridge device, which means it should be possible to reach the tower without solving every main puzzle. But they don't seem to be properly integrated. Could they be remnants from a previous iteration of the design? Okay, what do these do? You have no tokens. You are not allowed. You are not alone in your quest for the light. Find one of my sparks, and I will free the fire hidden in this lab. Oh.
Looks like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
The fire.
So each puzzle has a backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
Alright, no, we don't have any. So this is a basic one. Okay, that's where we want to go. Huh. Yeah, unfinished is right. I don't know how I can. Yeah, I'm going to need another one. Oh, we can go through here. Duh. We cannot bring things in or out. Okay. Question: can beams of light pass through? They definitely can. Okay, well that makes life easier. Now we can get this out. Okay, so I see. I see now. And it seems I have completely messed up now because I can't take this in anymore. Oh, but right, but beam still pass through. I'm dumb. Okay. Okay, so you can go in and out. It is interesting though. Okay, so but then I don't know. Or maybe I do know actually. Now I don't need you anymore, do I? And then that still works. Okay, so apparently this still works. The progress wheel. Even though it is an extra one, group call.
I have good news and I have bad news.
Melville?
Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I fixed another bit of it.
Oh.
Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
I wonder what's waiting for us there. What was the problem? Yeah, what was the problem?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was sabotage.
Oh.
The whole system is a mess.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Alright, give me a sec. Okay. Let's quickly solve one other thing. And then we can leave from here. So this, you don't need to do that anymore because it has already been solved. But yeah, out in the wilderness you will find these enclosed little weird areas. But there will be puzzles that you can solve. What are you? It's a lot of purple. Hello? What the hell do I do with this? I use a sprite I have to take to the... It is just floating there. Golden door.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
It's like us accessing computers with cats. It's a robot teaching everyone else. The city that we have made and energy and other stuff. Yeah, but that's the golden gate. Or whatever. Cool little indoor area. What do we have here? Trevor. The Life of Trevor from 5358. From Vala External 1. The Life of Trevor. Trevor Percival Dorman, known to his friends simply as Trev, never as Percy, was part of the Extended Lifespan project. What? That formed the backbone of the simulation and the archive. Really? He helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexander Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. But unlike Alexander Drennan or Arkady, whatever, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive and I've been thinking about them a lot. There was another person who was doing this, Trevor. New interface content, data transfer to research log initiated done.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexander Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank! I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
Okay, so there were more people than we thought. 54 seconds ago. Frick off. Take me through the door. There you go. I see that symbol, that means it's saved. Okay, give me a second. Okay, through the door. This is what we're doing. It's number 5. We have ourselves a normal one. That's red. Nothing. Ah, a jammer. Can jam you. We have you, but you're useless right now. Okay, but now I have this. Well, I have red, I need the blue light. Does this actually take me somewhere I need to... No, okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. I keep saying oh, but I'm figuring stuff out. There you go. Then... do that. Okay, I jammed you, but like... Oh, but great. It works. There you go. Boom, baby. I'm good. I am good.
That was really kind of excellent.
That's excellent, I know. What are you scanning out here, Byron?
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
Pretty cool. It's bigger than I thought it would be. It's lovely, beautiful, but decaying like a museum falling apart. Fantastic, self-contained, self-sufficient. Everything is so harmonious. It's beautiful but decaying.
You're right. You're absolutely right. We had such ambitions in the beginning. But now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
I wanted to ask you a question, yeah.
Of course, ask away.
How many do I have? A lot. Tell me about yourself. You're new. You're
I'm
like
someone
one
who
of
was
the
born
original.
a long time ago.
Yeah, the original
when
one.
we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important. Terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
You are old. What's the role of puzzles in our culture?
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them, perhaps a test.
Probably a test. What do you think about the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
You and Alcatraz seem to have an odd friendship.
Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect
Al?
that.
Okay.
In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
Alright, so Al is a good guy, okay. Alcatraz. Scanning up. New interface content available. City News. The long-awaited birth of our 1000th and final citizen was interrupted today by an unknown projection in the skies. The projection, which identified itself as Prometheus, goaded New Jerusalem inhabitants in indecipherable incantations. prior. In an interview with 1K1000, he speculated that the projection could be the work of a surviving ancient human. A startling idea. Could 1K be right? The source of the projection was tracked to a remote, mysterious island, and a team led by Byron 7 is now en route, joined by 1K himself. Soon we will discover whether this cryptid is truth or fiction. Mayor Hermanibus Force 52 has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as its citizens do not forget the ideals of the goal as set forth by the founder. Okay, and we have Trevor, and then we have Staten. We also have the Yakult gold puzzles. It looks like there's an additional set of puzzles protected by golden gates that can't be accessed yet. Assuming there is some kind of logical pattern to all this, those gates will probably open up once the correct conditions are met. Does that mean solving all the other puzzles, or maybe something else as well? Hard to know at this point, so perhaps something we should prioritize much later. Okay, game, thank you for telling me that. So they want me to now go this way. It's nice that they're just guiding me through the world. Okay, 6 this way, and that is still on the table. We still got to be looking for the lost puzzle, the hidden one. Don't know what that was. Lost puzzle. So the golden gate is the gold puzzle. The lost labs. Okay, so we've gotten that. That was the ground thing. The stars and other things to do. We shall get it done. Okay, they want me to go that way, but where does this way lead? Further beyond, it seems. Okay. What the heck are you? Big old eye? Eye of the beholder? Well, this here is 6 alternatives. Okay, well, we need red. Okay, we can. Let's see. You think this is hard? It's easy, bro. And then green and blue will make us some red. Okay, and then we want blue, so that is green and red. Oh, and we need red too. Oh, once again. Was that it? But that was so easy. That was way too easy. Is this really the kind of tests?
No, though. What did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but...
Personal
Is that?
reference.
I can't tell what that is.
How did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Huh.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
They want me to go this way. But the diamond, the lost puzzle. Oh, it ought to be around here somewhere. Oh. What are you? That's one of the sparks or whatever. Probably counts as one of the stars. Nope, no it doesn't. It's a flame of Prometheus is what it is. So they're guiding me that way. further that way. Now back this way. So this cross one here. Okay, so once again we got the eye of the beholder. Still don't know where the diamond is. Well, I found number 7. Self-sufficiency. Okay, we may launch something now. The thing we need to get to is up there. So now we have an actual flame, right? Not every trial must be overcome as its creator intended. Sacrifice one of my sparks and I will free the fire hidden within this labyrinth. Self-sufficiency. Okay, so I could, but I won't. I saw something up there. Okay, so that this fan can now be used. Okay, so now we can just do direct. I don't know why we would do that, but there you go. Probably for this purpose. Because we also need to get red up there and then over there as well. The blues in there. What happened to the freaking the fans over here? Okay, let's try something. But then we need to open this up, which requires the fan, which will not. Okay, all active. Grab you. I think I can just, there you go, launch myself.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
It's fully charged up. Yep, so now they're like we can go to the bridge ring. But there is also another diamond left. And we saw little purple like back here. Yeah, bro. Yes. Interconnectivity. Okay, it seems the jammer is no, not a jammer. It's just okay. So this is also part of the simulation then. Maybe. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. Okay, but then... Aha! Right. Interesting. Could I combine? I'm combining blue and red. Problem is the thing is over there. And it gets blocked by everything. Is there anything else I can do? Technically, I don't need you shining on that anymore. I do need something on this. I think it's gotta be you. You know what else we could do? There you go. And then boom, baby. Okay. We got the two more little tickers. Okay, easy peasy. One of yours. To come out here. Okay, we got a whole bunch now. So now you just need to do blue. So okay, we gotta be a little careful with this. That's blue. Now the thing is, we also need red, right? Because shut you off. Blue and red make green, which goes here. And now I need to cross over that and make you as well. Oh, you know what we do here? Bring it out there. We're actually running short. We don't need to, we can just do you. When we are just a little off. The thing is, you need to be here. Okay, so you need to come out behind this. Now you can't come straight through because this line is going to be here. Unless I do, but then it can't be inside because I gotta send blue light over there. This passes here, but it just can't pass through here. Okay, you know, technically I don't need you at all to be here anymore. Okay, buddy. Yeah, brother, yeah. And then oh golly. Boom! This is an extra one. So everything is glowing in blue now. Don't even know where the hell you're gonna go. Alright.
There's another one of those monuments.
It's got a green thing on it. Interesting. Maybe one of those puzzles I can get a laser to point over there. Okay. Well, truth is I've spent too long here. We have Alcatraz here. So apparently the nice guy. So we still have one more we can do. Main puzzle. And then we still have stars. We don't know what those are, how to get those. But it is interesting that that thing has a green laser thing on there. None of the others do, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, everybody wants a piece. They all want to talk to me. Okay, well, too bad for them. I'll see you in the next one.